Hey guys, this is Sonia from Napalm Records. We're here with Chris from Serenity, and we're going to talk about the topic that's on everyone's mind these days, and that is Game of Thrones. So when did you start watching the series?
When I started watching the series, when
Uh-huh.
I just oh yeah, I to be honest, I think I was a little bit late. I skipped the first two seasons at all because everyone was just talking in the tour. I think we were on tour with Serenity for the let me think about. It should be this. It was not the Codex Atlanticus, the tour before one headliner tour, or we did, and everyone on the tour was chatting about Game of Thrones, and I was like, oh, what's that? Middle this historical blah blah blah. I don't know if I'm really into that much, and then I gave it a chance, and then I think, yeah, as everyone should do that. Watch the first episode, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck, what's that? And then I was okay. Now I have to get all seasons, and then yeah, I think I was completely into that. Let's say from season 3 or 4. Then how it's called. So let's say I rescheduled my Game of Thrones time, and then I got it, and now I'm completely into that. Really, it got me at all. So
So who has been your favorite character so far? That's a very controversial question. I know that there are a lot of people who like certain ones and a lot of people who hate certain ones.
that's completely true. To be honest, somehow I'm yeah. I played a role on as well on the birthday party of the singer of Beyond the Black. I was Tyrion Lannister. I was the dwarf. There are pictures online.
Oh
I really,
man.
I really like the role he has. This I don't know, the first episodes and seasons. He's just this. You already get, or you already got from the first moment, that he has more in mind, that he's super intelligent, and not just this alcoholic, yeah, uh, guy who is just hanging out with bitches and wine, and just is not caring about anything. I think it's just this. Yeah, and the development of himself then during the seasons, and now he's the hand of Khaleesi. I mean, this is perfect. This is just perfect, and now, especially in this final, now when he, let's say, risked his life, and these moments. I mean, this little guy, no one was really thinking that he can change anything. During all, his father, his family, for everyone, he was just this, yeah, this mistake. And now he is more than everything. I think he's the key of so many decisions in this series, and in
Ab-
the seasons. I really
Absolutely.
like it.
Yeah, no, I mean, and for the record, for everyone watching, there will be spoilers ahead. So if you haven't watched the season finale of Game of Thrones, I highly recommend that you do because it's great and you should. Um, now,
And it's already Thursday, so
if you haven't, you're a little late. Um, but so let's talk a little bit about Tyrion in the finale in that case. So it's been pretty controversial why Tyrion was so upset about John and Dany hooking up. Some people think that the reason that this happened and the reason why he's so upset about it is because during his conversation with Cersei, he went and promised that her child could be theoretically the next in line for the throne. Um, where do you kind of stand on these kind of conspiracy theories? And do you think that Tyrion as a character would do something like that?
I have to just get what you mean. I mean, of course, I just got the info that's about. You can see, you saw his face when he got that. Yeah, John and Khaleesi went together to her room. But I need again the question, just for me to get. Shall I? Why he was looking like that, or
Yeah.
what? Think about that.
Why do you think he was so upset about it?
Yeah, I mean the theory you told about like this. I mean we know that the, there is a new yeah brother sister child coming, a new follower for the throne. But on the other side, I don't know. Maybe he was always like he could. I mean, this sentence. He knows things. He drinks, and he knows things. I mean, maybe he also knows because you all in this episode you have always the switch between what Bran is telling and
Yeah.
then on the other side his face. So maybe he already is thinking, hey, there's something wrong because also what I got in mind was that he was one of the only persons who was next to the main dragon, and the dragon was just quiet. He was just calm, like he knew that he is some kind of family member because now, yeah, we
Yeah.
know also that they are, let's say, they are. It's John is, if I didn't get it wrong, but he is the brother of Khaleesi. So
Not brother, he's her nephew.
yeah,
Uh,
but it's family
oh yeah,
family
no, it's
affair.
incest. It's
Yeah,
hardcore incest.
yeah,
um,
exactly. So maybe I don't know. But of course I don't know which deal he made with his sister because I think we don't know at the moment because somehow there was this cut. They were talking. Then he said, "Ah,
you're
you're
pregnant.
pregnant," and then okay, and then you see just the next scene when they are again in the dragon theater, and then you just have yeah. Okay, no, it's fine. So
Yeah.
you don't know. There has to be any deal between them, and maybe it's like that. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
but we all don't know if when Khaleesi and John are now having fun together, as she said, she's not able to get another baby. But I mean, John asked her in the scene before, "Are you sure this witch? Maybe she was just telling bullshit." But if she's right, then there's nothing. There is no follower from her side. So, but let's see. I guess.
yeah. I mean, there are a lot of theories that the reason why Jon Snow and Dany would be able to have a child would be because they're both Targaryens. And like it's implied earlier in the show that, Targaryens used to always, marry and have kids with other Targaryens. Um so people seem to be starting to think that there's a possibility that they could end up having a child together. And I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that that is something that could happen? Do you think that it's all just kind of building up to nothing? Um, yeah,
The fact is, I mean, I haven't read books to be honest. I'm really just into the series, so just what they are doing out of it. Like for example, I'm also into Walking Dead, but I have never seen the comics, so I never read the comics. I mean, so also like in Walking Dead, it was all the time like they are going a little bit out of, or let's say more out of the structure of the comics, and I don't know what they are now planning for the next years, how they will produce the next season, and how they will set on the be fixed on the book or how they will go out. I mean, who knows? The people who know the books could already think, yeah, okay, the books. Because I don't know. Maybe it's written that they will get a child. I don't know.
no. The thing is,
It's not
the book we're
okay.
way past the books at this point. The books uh, stopped really being relevant to the series last season, so the
Oh,
show at
okay.
this point is totally on
Oh,
its own.
oh.
But I mean, it's creating kind of an interesting situation for people who've read the books because it's so different.
And of
So
course,
different.
I mean, it will turn everything completely more again more difficult than it was even though already because yeah if now there is a Targaryen child and on the other side you have a Lannister child and both are wanting to have the same throne, and maybe no, this is one follower, there's one follower for the throne. So of course there will be a new point for fighting again.
Yeah.
So I guess if to make it more to create more how it's called, missed the word, to make it more interesting for everyone, to create this moment again between those both families. It could be interesting if they will have a child, and because then when John is coming home and just getting the info from his brother, from his step brother somehow, whatever, or he think he's his brother,
Cousin.
from hey buddy, sorry to tell you, you have just fucked your nephew. Well, come back home. That could be a little bit interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I think knowing the character of Jon Snow and how moral he is, I have a strong feeling that he's going to be a little upset by this news.
Completely. I mean, he will be so sorry, and especially if there's a child, I don't know what he will do.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he reacts, and I think it's also, given his character traits, going to be interesting to see whether he takes on this role as king, because as Bran said in the last episode, he is technically the rightful king of Westeros, given that he's, the only son of a Targaryen at this point. What do you think?
Also for Dany, I guess it will be super interesting, because all the time she was thinking she will be the next queen of the throne, and now then she has to get along with that. Oh, there is. I won't be the queen. Somehow yes now, but somehow also not, because then it's Jon, and for Cersei, of course, everything will change completely, because now she has to kill, let's say, 2 persons, or then let's even 3 if there is a child, or more than one child, to eliminate the real followers of the throne. So let's see. Let's see what they do. And okay, on the other side, we still have this the dead king, this with his new dragon. I mean, then it will really get super strange and interesting how they will create this next season.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, from everything that I've heard, it's rumored that the next season isn't going to be coming for 2 whole years. Because what they're going to be doing is 90-minute episodes that are as long as a movie. And they're going to be doing, I think, 6 or 7 of them. So we have to wait a long time to find out. And I know I'm bummed about that.
Good period to start again and just get in some scenes, because I have to be honest, also now with the break, always with these breaks, you always like, who was that and what was his name and who is yes, this was this situation. I mean, it's really like you should like have really like I don't know, it's called lexicon also in English. Yeah, I guess so, like a lexicon, and okay.
Yep.
Yeah. This is, but I mean, if they, and I'm quite sure they will do it amazing. Then I mean, this will be also the first series at all who will do that. Which will do that? I have any season or anything in my mind which created on the last or maybe last season then 90-minute episodes. This is crazy.
I mean, I think it's going to be very worth it. Do you usually go ahead and rewatch the seasons during the breaks in between them?
I try to. I was up to do that, but then somehow, of course, I said, okay, now I have time. But then I didn't have time. But in this season, I was somehow, let's say, back. I also tried then because I thought maybe if I can watch it, let's play it, because there was on the PS4 there was this this Game of Thrones game, or from the sixth um, or the fifth season, and I think, oh, maybe play it, because then you replay the season. I downloaded it, but I never played it because then time was already gone. But this time it was cool. I was just like, it's always this feeling. I mean, somehow you're thinking about it, but now, of course, in these 2 years, I guess I have to, because in 2 years I will have forgotten so much details. In general, because also sometimes when you just see, I don't know, one character like is it Theon
yeah,
from Iron Islands.
yeah,
When I mean, if you're not into that and you just have forgotten, he was and he was prisoned, and all these little elements and these little circumstances which were happening then between in his life, in his when there was this all these in these all episodes where it was just about him when he was alone prison there, what he had to fight with himself, also now with his sister when she, because there was this in the last episode also when he was fighting right now for that he will rescue his sister, and I just forgot that of course his sister was one time trying to help him escape from this asshole crazy guy.
Yeah, Ramsey.
Like, Ramsey, exactly, from Ramsey, and was almost killed by this action, or also got prison somehow. This was I just forgot about it. I mean, some little things sometimes are just out of your mind, and then of course for being really into this huge last season maybe of Game of Thrones. I mean, no one is it clear that it will end after that? I don't know.
Unfortunately, yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they're saying. I mean, I have a feeling they're going to go back probably after it's over and, do some of the history of Westeros, because I know that I've heard rumors about that before. But these characters are done.
Okay.
Like, the actress who plays Daenerys has said this is her last season. Okay. It's not going to be the same show anymore necessarily.
In general, it could turn out like with Star Wars or Lord of the Rings or something that, of course, first you just think, oh, this was amazing, there can't be anything better, and then they say, oh, no, we do The Hobbit, and maybe when they now have checked, then they will go, how's it called, the Silmarillion, this book, this where it's written, where Middle Earth and everything was created. There's this, it's also a book already. Was this main book of Lord of the Rings, and I don't know, maybe one day they say, come on, let's do 9 movies about this book, or in Star Wars, like they said, come on, now we will go as long as there are people interested in it, we will just do movies of everyone and everything we can get out of these first 3 movies. But I hope so, because first I really thought Game of Thrones was just about typical, let's say, Viking history, and everyone was just telling, and you just see naked girls, and in every episode it's just about drinking, killing, and fucking. And then I was like, okay, because I was watching one episode of Vikings, for example.
Yeah.
Of course, it's good break then when Game of Thrones has a break, then start watching Vikings.
Yep.
But I never liked it that much, for example, because also in the first season, in the first episode, it's also the same Viking theme, and a guy who is just with his girl and telling her, in the last 2 months I fucked on every haber I stopped. I had another girl, and I was like, boring. Maybe it's also great then, like Game of Thrones. I don't know. I'm really just focused on Game of Thrones right now and Walking Dead. But in Game of Thrones, I was wrong. I had to say I was wrong the first time, and then I was glad that I found my way to that. So
yeah. I mean, I've heard that a lot actually with the first season, where people go into it and they're kind of like, okay, these characters aren't that interesting. really, I mean, for me, it only started to really pick up around the time that Ned Stark died. Because at that point, you're like, well, shit, they can kill off a main character. And they're gonna kill off main
But
characters.
it was clear. I mean, he's dying in every movie and in everything. I think he ever was working with. He just died. So also in Lord of the Rings and in all the other movies. I think also he was playing in oh, how is this? How is this computer game? I have it here. Not Resident Evil, the other one.
Silent Hill. Yeah.
Yeah, Silent Hill. Also there he died. Everywhere he died.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I mean,
yeah.
I should have known better. I wasn't expecting them to kill him. I was a little surprised when they did, but you're right. I mean, he's got a history of dying.
So but I mean, the only thing I was really now when we were talking about dying, I was happy was now that Mr. How is he called? We call him different, I guess in English.
Little
Peter Polish.
Yeah.
This was great. This was amazing. I was watching it. I was watching this last episode here with Jennifer, the singer of Beyond the Black, and we just watched it together. And then I was like, yeah.
Same.
Because we all were really thinking of this. The structure was really like, oh, will she really kill her sister? Will she really kill her? No, Arya, no, that can't be. But it was close, and even after the story, he told, "Go back, think what you blah blah blah," and then it was like, "Oh fuck, she really will kill her." And then, Mr. Baelish.
It was so good. So good.
And of course that Arya just killed him was even then more amazing. I mean, she was turning out, let's say, also to a new favorite person, for example, in my view, because all what she had to get along with in this House of Black and
House of Black and White.
Black and White, exactly, yeah. And the strength she was just showing to get along there, and the willing to be a faceless. Is it called in English faceless man?
Yeah.
Or face? Yeah. Man, this complete emotional person, just like, I mean, she has still emotions, but somehow this how it's called, this badass guy, you would tell this is this typical, I don't know, John Statham badass stuff. So kill you, I don't care, you know. This really great. It's really great. This role right now, this structure of her position is really amazing.
One of my favorite parts of the season finale was when Brienne and the Hound were reunited, and they're sitting there talking about what a badass Arya has become, and the fact that neither of them are like worried about her. And it's cute because they've almost become like the parents that she didn't have, you know, in this season so far. And like just watching them be so proud of, you know, their little sociopath is great.
Yeah. Amazing, really. I mean, all in general, this meeting of all these characters, which were just divided because of the different structures of everything. This is really cool when they are in this dragon arena, and you just have them all sitting together, and you're like, okay. No one was ever thinking that this will even happen, because usually you were just, because of the main idea of the main intent you have of Game of Thrones is just like, when they will meet one day, they will all just kill each other or whatever. I don't know. But then this is it's super nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was surprised that Cersei didn't have more of a plan for like, okay, we're just gonna annihilate, you know, Dany and Jon, you know, while they're here. So it leads me to believe that she has something a bit bigger in mind in the future.
Also, I mean, this turning when now Jaime is leaving. I mean, he will now go back to, because I think you got it now, because when I have to check the name, Brienne, Brienne is telling to him, "Oh, fuck off of promises and fuck off everything. This is about our lives." And now his beloved sister, his wife, whatever you can tell about that, she was close to kill him with his crazy monster, and then and kicked him out of everything. I mean, of course, now he will go to back to Brienne, to John, and join them, I guess, and his brother. I'm quite sure. I don't think he will stay alone somewhere.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I think my biggest question with that is, do you think that Jaime will have the balls to go and actually kill Cersei in the future? Because everyone seems to think that if she's gonna die, it's gonna be at his hands.
I don't think he will. If it will really be written like that there will be the scene that he has to kill her, I don't think he could ever do that. No way. No way. He was. I mean, he's so loved. He had the chance several times to, let's say, just quit this relationship or do something more smart about the whole, the whole acting of him, or the whole structure of the acting, which was just, he had several chances to not kill her, but to stop it. So I don't think he will. But what shall he do right now? I mean, now he's kicked out, and he was. I was really thinking, okay, now the second surprise kill will happen. That now really he will be killed because of
no one
nothing.
walks out on Cersei Lannister.
Yeah, no one. I mean, this is also something I really liked in the whole episodes. This turning. I mean, she was already down, and I was quite happy that when her son and Margaery were just already almost on the point to stop her, to stop this, to end this, and then again, boom.
Yeah, literally. I mean, I didn't think that she was intending to hurt Tommen, her son, that much, but at the same, like, to the point where he killed himself. But at the same time, she essentially killed her child. Like, had she not gone and, done what she did, like, he would most certainly still be alive. And I think it's the fact that she's become that ruthless to the point where she could literally cause her own child's death, I think has really shown a great deal of character development for her.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So, to get back on to Serenity here, if you could compare everyone in the band to a character on Game of Thrones, who would they be?
Okay, I will really say like I will stay by my on my character on the birthday party. I will be still Tyrion, because I really think I'm not maybe not in the general creation of stuff, but so in this band structure, I know things and not sure I like to drink. So this fits perfectly. No, I'm not an alcoholic. No worries. But of course, when you're around and the mood is great and you're on tour, then why not having a beer? Or if I would be really in my role, then I have to drink wine, of course.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I think so. There are so many characters. We have to talk. Maybe also you can help me with that, because maybe if I tell something about our Serenity, then maybe we find together also perfect characters. Georg, of course, George, he could be, of course, he's a singer, he's the Mr. Chevalier, so of course he could be Jaime, when maybe so could fit somehow. I mean, he's a strong man. He's somehow brave. He's not. Of course, he's not loving his sister, but I guess girls could like him a lot. And Jamie has this position. This look, this is Jamie Lannister, the great knight, the beauty guy. Somehow, or I don't know, maybe this could fit. I mean, as a singer, you have a central position, and because of the view, he couldn't be Jon Snow because I mean, of course, no one in or almost no one in Game of Thrones has no hair. So the, and the actors who are without hair are too, let's say, not unimportant, but not really not comparable with Georg. So
Yeah.
let's put George to Jaime Lannister, and then we have Fabio and Andy. Fabio. Okay, what can we do about Fabio? He's a super talented bass player. He knows what to do. You can always trust on him. He's strong. Maybe he is more like, I don't know. There are some characters who can fit. He could be Mr. Mormont, maybe.
Yeah. You know what? That seems accurate.
That because he's this person who's there every time in the right moment, and of course always loyal, but not but not taking himself too too important, but also not too less. Somehow, yeah, and could fit Mr. How is he pronouncing his Jorah. Could fit, and then we need someone for Andy. Andy is more really someone who's not that. Maybe even not from the body shape, but from the person. He could be Samuel Tully, this mastermind who has who's more really this not this brave guy, but still brave, but not from the first, not in the first view. You know what I mean? Not in this, like when he killed this White Walker. Yeah. The White Walker. I mean, no one was thinking that he could do that. That's something. But he is able to do that. And now when he was studying the books and rescue Mormont, his life and everything, playing against the rules, that could fit for Andy. But it's really hard because you have so many people, so many characters, so many people. And the thing is, we don't have any. We are not bad guys. We are not this. Of course, no one would tell that he is an asshole, but we don't I can't give an. There is nothing really bad in Serenity. There is no person who is acting sometimes like this, not that liked characters in Game of Thrones, and so this could fit.
I think that's pretty accurate. Actually, everyone seems to fit those characters, and I think that should those characters ever get together, I think it'd be a really cool situation. Especially, well, I mean, I guess we'll see next season.
Yeah, we will.
So, anyways, I think that is about all the time that we have.
Okay.
It's been great talking to you. You guys have a new album coming out. If you want to do a little spot for that real quick.
Yeah, we will, because I mean it's perfect, because we will just read it. I mean, as we are well known as symphonic metal masters, but with a historic background, we also tried right now to create another historical thing. I mean, it's already out. Everyone knows it's about Lionheart. It's about, you can guess which Lionheart is famous in history. So it's about a knight, about a brave guy who was just about fights, about battles. And also we put some, let's say, Game of Thrones, how it's called, this hidden stuff, this X, how it's called, when you have in a game. In a game you have
Easter eggs.
These Easter eggs, because there's a title on the album which will completely lead to Game of Thrones. Maybe there's also some song structure which can be compared with Game of Thrones stuff, and of course in general, I guess with this record, and with all the tours and all the shows we'll play the next 2 years, I guess. Usually you do the next record then 2 years later. So perfect in time for the next season. We
Yes.
will, ease your waiting and ease your waiting pain maybe for the next Game of Thrones season, because, we tried with this one. Not, it was not the main focus, but somehow it fits. So, I guess you have to get it on the, if I'm not wrong, 27th of October.
Yep. Yeah. Serenity's Lionheart will be out on October 27th, 2017. Pick up your copy. You can pre-order yours today from Napalm Records.